I'm going to try something that's not original. It's been done before by other people. I've been encouraged. So this is the kettle meditation. So the first thing we need to do is take the kettle and pour it. So as we're pouring the water, I kind of wonder, look at it and see how clean it is. The strong lines as it comes out, hits the kettle. I check the kettle. That's nice. I don't have any calc in it. Normally where I live it's calcified. And then just turned it on. And there's a big difference in the sound of kettles. This is a silent kettle, or it used to be when it was first purchased. As you'll hear now, it's more like a rocket. So, just be aware of the sound. You'll hear my kettle, you might hear yours. And just think about what's happening. So, in this machine they're transferring all these electrons to heat, which is causing all the water bubble molecules to go around and invigorate and get hotter and hotter and hotter, and eventually it will start bubbling and get to 100 degrees. Now normally we don't think about this wonder of science. We kind of wish for the kettle to boil quicker, maybe, or we walk away and leave it and then forget it, maybe. Wonder why we were thirsty. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cup. Here's my cup, which has some multicoloured New Zealand kiwis on it. And I'm going to have a cup of tea. You know, taking coffee or herbal tea or whatever you want. So you get tea in the milk. I have a couple of bags. Normally I use these. Yeah. So let's go back to the kettle. And just be aware of what's going on for you as you look at the kettle. What's happening with your body? Are you standing up? Are you leaning against something? Can you feel where you're holding tension maybe? How are you breathing? How do you feel? My kettle's coming to boil now. So I can start to see the steam coming out. Or condense actually, you can't see steam. And it's just clicked. So I'm now going to go and pour my tea. You may have already been boiled. You may still be boiling. I really like that sound as it kind of trickles into the jug. And now is the time to wait again, but this time with no noise. Maybe the mind is racing. So what's here right now? Maybe there's anticipation of this tea that you're going to enjoy, or coffee, or whatever it is you're making, hot chocolate, Ovaltine. Or maybe you're worrying about what you've got to do next. So just come back to right here, right now. You're taking a couple of minutes out from busyness, doing this. So maybe, like the tea, you're giving yourself some time to percolate. Just be aware of what's going through as you let the air go through your lungs. Maybe you feel it, your stomach move or your ribs move. And for me, I concentrate on my nose. I'm really aware of the coolness of the air as it comes in through my nose, and then I breathe out through my mouth. Sometimes I'm aware of it being hot, but normally it's the same temperature in my mouth. Maybe you have some background noise. I don't have much. And if you do, just be aware of it. Let it come to you. Don't seek it. Let the sound, imagine the sound arrives in your outer ears and then goes all the way in. Really clever device here. Goes all the way into the center and then you hear it. And maybe become aware of the gaps. And for me, this gap is vast, even though it might be a very, very short space of time. It's infinite in its gapness, emptiness. Maybe your thoughts are going. If they are, just bring yourself back. Where are your shoulders? Right by your ears. Are they relaxed? Can you move them around a bit? Are you breathing? How are you standing? Is your weight on your feet? Are your legs locked? Are you leaning against something? Are you sitting down maybe? And maybe the tea is starting to get ready now. Maybe it's time to... Well, it depends on how you do it. Some people do milk before. There's all sorts of rules, aren't there? I think it's time to mess those rules up and do it in a different way. But for me, I tend to leave the bag in as a Yorkshireman. And I'll top the milk up. So it's nice and, for me it's brown. I like brown. But you take it how you want. And just maybe watch the milk as it comes. If you're pouring milk in, watch the colours change. So it goes from a very dark colour to a more brown, and maybe look at the motion. Just look at the movement of the tea or the coffee or whatever you have as you just mix something cold into something hot. Unless, of course, maybe it's different. If you're continental, you may have added warm milk or have no milk. And then just savour it. Feel the heat of the mug. I wouldn't suggest you burn your hands, but just be aware that if you put your hands near it, can you feel the heat radiating? Sorry, I just paused because I was coughing. But now just feel it radiating, feel this heat and be aware of the... If I look carefully at mine, I can still see the patterns of the milk and the tea fusing. I've got some bubbles in the top, moving around slowly, some stuck on the side. And I really want to taste this tea. It's been brewing for a while, so I'm going to take a cup, sip. Okay, that is hot. Maybe it would have been better to wait. But even that small sip gives me a flavour of pleasure, refreshing, time out. Yeah, so that was 9-minute break, believe it or not, just to make a cup of tea. Not doing, not running around. Maybe you thought about it to do this, but you took 9 minutes out of your diary. And now, guess what? You can either go back to doing what you need to do, or you could just sit down, spend another few minutes, maybe take another 5, and just savour your tea or your coffee. And just wonder, where did that tea bag come from? Where did the coffee grains come from? Where were the cows that made the milk? And feel it trickle down your throat as you drink it. And enjoy it. It's nourishing, it's food, it's pleasurable. It's too hot to slurp down. So take it in and enjoy it. So with that, I will leave you and wish you well.